But I mean, you kind of got to do that to kind of see what's out there and what could come to somebody's mind when they think about it.
I didn't even think about it that way, and that was the first thing. Both of them.
Yeah,
like, come on,
women
bro.
are very more analytical than most. It's funny because Dean had his podcast with Carlos Reyes, and he talks about that a lot, and just like a woman's intuition and just when he noticed that things just started going differently in his life, and it was really just like he was like when I just started listening to my wife. He's like as simple as it is, bro. When I started listening to my wife is when my life kind of just like fucking just took off. And my wife's sitting in the car listening to it. She's like, "You hear that?" I was like, "I fucking listen to you." She's like, "You've gotten better at it." I'm like, it's something that I've actually like been intentionally
trying to
get better at. And she brought up something that happened a couple days ago. She was like, "Well, when's the last time you listened to me?" And I was like, "Oh, when did it? It was like a week ago." And she was like, "No, that's not the most recent time." And I was like, she was like, "Yesterday." And I was like, "Oh, what was it?" I was like, "I listened to you." I said, "But I still want to give you like what my thought is. Like, I think that's, you can be told to do something, but it's like, can I at least tell you where my perspective is and then shut me down?" I think that's the biggest thing for me.
That's a big
like
one.
I don't like, it's not that I don't like taking, when it comes to just me and my wife, when it comes to certain things, like I still like to be heard, even though you could be correct. And I'm not saying you're not correct. Let me just tell you where my mind was. And if you still feel that way about it, then cool. Like I felt like I was heard. But like when you're just like, no, just do like, just hear me out real quick.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what the biggest thing that could probably frustrate me is at least not being able to get it out there. Because sometimes in my mind, it makes 100% like it's more efficient. But if you don't feel like it's efficient, then you know what? Even if your way does take longer,
I'll give you.
We'll still do it. And then afterwards, usually, she's like, "Oh well."
Sometimes the battles aren't worth it.
Oh no, that's my wife's uncle told me that. I remember that like. Shit, me and my wife been together for a long time. So when I was going through college and stuff like that, and we played video games.
First word of advice.
Still going out with my friends. She always wanted to hang out. Like I'm trying to go hang out with my friends, so you don't want to be with me. And not on some like clingy shit like that, but just like with women, like, bro, you're their best friend. And whereas guys, I feel like we classify them like we're like, we got my boys and I got my girl, you know what I mean? And so like that's just how you see it. Whereas your girl sometimes like, nah, I ain't got my friends, like I got you. Like, you know what I mean?
I like having both, right? Because I always say this: how are you gonna vent to me about me being an asshole?
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you.
Like, I mean, you gotta have a third party,
and I'm okay with you having that person. You should have that person.
You need to
a good person, though. You know what I mean? I think that's
not
where
that toxic, not your toxic friend,
ones. Like,
not your toxic friend.
I got a buddy that was dating somebody, and
that chick in Miami.
She went to her friends, and she would vent and stuff like that, but like all her friends was like single. So I'm like, how you venting to single girls? Like they can't really give you advice. They don't know. They don't even know what the fuck they doing. Like, you know what I mean? There's a reason why they're in a situation that they in.
Well, I mean, and they want to be single. So so I was listening to Him 500.
Okay.
He at Levi and Jay Monopoly's event.
Okay.
And he was like, you want to know? None of my wife's friends are single, and none of my friends are single because there's no alignment.
There's no alignment. Like, yeah, 100%.
Bro, there's just no alignment. I was like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I mean, because in all reality, right? When we all going out, you going out with two different mentalities. You're going out with two different mentalities. So the other day, like when we went to Kyle's bachelor party, it was a bunch of dudes with girlfriends and wives at the club, all just like sitting at a table, right?
Yeah,
but like
that'd be yes, man.
But like, is anybody wilding? No, like,
like girls go wild together, bro.
Like the boys are like wild, you got Dino grabbing ass and shit. My ass, not my ass.
You see how what you doing? Oh shit!
He sat by me the whole time.
Yeah,
I promise, Mrs. Rogers.
That's funny as fuck.
But I mean, it's two different mentalities.
Cut.
Bro, I could see that shit just fucking.
She's fucking around, go viral and shit.
Go around, go viral. Get a call from Dino. Hey, bro, we can't do this no more.
Fuck, I forgot what.
I got one. I got another one. How bad are you? I
didn't finish one of my train of thoughts though. I can't remember what that was.
Well, let me finish this one.
All right, go ahead.
So the other day, I got sent to the grocery store, to buy one thing. I didn't get it, but I got everything else, and that happened and that happened 2 days in a row.
Bro, it's overwhelming when you
and
go there.
I called her in the store. I was like, "Hey, I got the stuff. Do you need anything else?" And she was like, "No." I was like, because like we had a conversation earlier. Like she was like, "I don't want ranch." She said she never said it, but I heard it.
Bro, if you heard it, bro, you
thank you. I heard it.
I firmly be believing that women sometimes just don't be hearing what the fuck we be saying, because they'll say some shit and I'm like, you 100% said that. Like, what other reason would I not do that?
Bro. But so in a nutshell, 2 days in a row. So what was it? Monday, it was ranch. Tuesday, yesterday it was pancakes. Okay. I forgot both. Like I went to the grocery store yesterday. I bought the cheese platter. Like I said, like so I was talking about earlier, bro. I got popsicles, a cheese platter, sugar-free popsicles from Kind. Best investment you ever have. Some cheese. What else I get? Just stuff, right? Again, just shit. No groceries. Oh, and hamburger helper, because I wanted some hamburger helper.
Bro, I've been wanting some hamburger helper.
Kalani hates it, bro. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I grew up.
Well, I don't know. Don't get the beef pasta. So I got
like the stroganoff, and
I got the stroganoff, and I got the beef pasta, and I bought 2.5 pounds of ground beef, and I put like half and half in each one. The beef pasta was not it.
No, you got to get like the stroganoff and the
stroganoff,
the hamburger, the cheeseburger one. Is the cheeseburger or the
hamburger? It is.
Like that?
It is.
It's just fire.
It is.